Yeah. So good morning, madam. Today we'll discuss our Django related concept. Why Django? What is Django framework? Like these all things we'll discuss.
Sir, what is difference between MongoDB? This is also framework.
Now database, that one. MongoDB is a database. Same like MySQL database. Okay.
Okay.
Databases, so many are there. MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, SQLite3, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, like a number of databases are there. Same like Python, Java, different languages are there. Na? Python language,
Mhm.
Java language, PHP language, .NET language, like that. So each one is different database. Generally, Python with MySQL we are discussing. Java with Oracle people are discussing. .NET with SQL Server people are learning at the time of learning the course. Okay. So Python with MySQL. We done that one when you are learning about the Python communication with the database. Python with the MySQL
Mhm.
we done for that what modules required, like these all things. And then
Mhm.
Python with MongoDB also. When you are joining into organization, any database they may use. We don't know. Company will use any database. Okay. So according to that database, how we are connecting with our programs. Uh, we need to learn those all things. One database you are learning to connecting with a particular, to connecting with Python related means any other database also you can connect easily. Just settings only changing, modules only changing, but way of behavior is the way of procedure is common. And that Python with database communication, lot of queries, we used manually, but in this Django framework, Django is providing one layer, ORM layer, advanced, very advanced. A lot of advantage it is providing, advanced layer. Okay, so this ORM layer is used for communicating Django programs with a particular database. Okay, so only one ORM query you are writing regularly. If you want to connect with MySQL, you can do it. If you want to connect with Oracle, you can do it. Mongo, you can do it like this. Whatever the DB you want to connect, you can connect using the Django framework. But code we are not changing. Only database settings, names we are changing. Okay. If it is a Python, for MySQL, one type of queries we are writing. For MongoDB, different query we are writing. For Oracle, different query you are writing. Means we need to have good knowledge on all the databases also. So when we are working with one database in the company, Python with that database related, what queries are there? Only we are focusing on that queries, those queries, but not other queries. Okay. But as a student, at least one database knowledge is required for cracking the interviews. Python with MySQL we discussed. Okay, na? So after joining the organization, if MySQL only people are using means easily you can communicate. Oracle they are using means how to connect with Oracle. You are going to refer from the Google and you can do it that all the work.
Mm. Yes,
That is the
sir. MySQL and SQL is also different, and they both are not same.
yeah. SQL structured query language. This is just database related terminology. In this SQL, a lot of collaborations are there, creating, updating, deleting like this. All database related information we are learning in the SQL part, queries related. So MySQL separate database. SQL is common to all the DBs. SQL is nothing but queries. How we are writing, that is indicating by using the SQL query structure language. So we are going to communicate in particular database. So for example, you is a yourself, just assumption, madam, yourself is one database. Okay. So myself here in my area program I'm writing. Okay. So from my place to your place, how connecting means via the SQL only connecting. My queries are coming to you and executing there. So that is using the SQL only. Okay, na? So SQL part is available in the Oracle and MySQL and MongoDB. In all the areas, SQL part is available. That is just a queries how writing only. So MySQL is a different, SQLite is different, Oracle is different, MongoDB is different. Like these all are different databases.
Okay, so for Django framework, I need to go through MySQL, है ना?
Yeah.
Okay.
After completing some days at the end of the sessions, Django to MongoDB also how we are communicating. I will show you programmatically all the things. Django to MySQL, Django to MongoDB, I will show you. So you need to learn more and more Django to MySQL. At least 1 DB
Okay.
knowledge required. If you know all
Okay.
other DBs knowledge also, that is increasing your skills only.
Okay. Actually, yesterday I was searching in internet. Then I saw MySQL and SQL. So I was confused between both of them. Both of them are same or different database or not.
I mean, what is SQL? SQL about the SQL people are explaining. So database is only MySQL, not SQL is a database. SQL is a language, database side
Yes,
related language.
yes, sir. For learning that data and for communicating with data. Yes.
Yes. Now, so Django framework. So this is a Python related framework. We are going to be learn this one to developing the web applications. So 1 point can take, madam. 1 point take. So here Python is a general purpose programming language. We can say Python is a general purpose programming language. Nowadays people are considered like that. Why means after learning the Python we can learn data science. We can learn data science related and AI, artificial intelligence, and people can go to deep learning. People can go to deep learning, Okay, so machine learning, and then so data science, artificial intelligence, deep learning, machine learning, and then Flask framework, and then Django framework. Okay, and then here robotics. So like a number of courses are there. So after completing the Python, people can go to learn this data science. People can go to artificial intelligence. So deep learning and machine learning and Flask framework and Django framework and then robotics. Okay, and then different things. Healthcare related, like lot of courses are there. Java also you can learn after Python. That is your visa. .NET like this, different courses they can choose. So these all people required to know. These all people required to know what Python. That's why Python is getting more demanding nowadays. So for example, here 100 people are learning data science. One more 100 AI. One more 100 deep learning. One more 100 machine learning. Okay. One more 100 Flask, Django, robotics. Okay. So like multiple people are learning multiple courses. Okay. Na? So here only data science, how many people are joined? Only 100 people only joined. AI only 100 only. Deep learning 100 only, like that. But these all people must be learning what? Must be learning the Python. Okay. That's why Python is getting more demanding nowadays in industries. Getting this one? So, okay. Now, as a fresher, for example, or else experience also, if you know Python, then people can take these all sectors related people, these all company related people. Some people are working on data science, some are working on artificial, like that. These all people can look your resume if you know about the Python. Okay, why means Python knowledge is required to developing these all things. Okay, so how much you learned Python, they will check it and they will take into their company. They will give training. Okay, na? My morning batch only 10 p.m. batch recently when completed. one person selected, madam. So the person learned Python related framework Django, and then Flask framework. These all things completing. Okay. The company people are selecting based on the pure Python related, all the questions asking, and the Django, REST API, these all things, how you learned, how much level you learned, everything cross checked. After that, they took that person. Okay, they selected that person, and on the data, not what is artificial intelligence. So in this artificial intelligence, so they are hiring as employee. So they said, we will give you training about the artificial intelligence and you can work on that one, like that they said. Why means the person quick learner, so we easily can understanding all things. So that's why they are deciding to take them, take the person, and then we'll give that training about artificial intelligence. Easily that person can learn very soon and can work on our project, like that they taken artificial intelligence related. So that is all depending on our requirement, company's requirement, they will select people. Okay. So here, after learning the Python, these all courses are going having. So anyone we can choose. So I'm going to choose this Django. So Django only why I'm choosing means so to developing the web applications purpose, Django is required. Okay, all are different behaviors. So web applications like Amazon site, Flipkart site, Book My Show, Paytm, Google Pay, these all web applications. These kind of applications, if you want to developing, then learn this Django framework. Okay, na? So that is the point. Django framework, why learning means to develop the web applications. So 100 people Python learning means, I mean 1,000 people Python learning, but all 1,000 people not going to learn this Django. I'm telling. Okay, some people going to data science, some people going to artificial, like that, different sites, different courses they are choosing as their career. Okay, so some people, 100 people are chosen. Here Django is their framework. Okay, so using this one, they are going to be developing the web applications. That is the point right now here. Okay, these 100 people are ready to developing the web applications like Amazon, Flipkart, Book My Show, kind of all the things. Okay, na? That's why this Python nowadays we are saying the general purpose programming language. Yeah. Now, what is program? Program is a set of instructions. Program is nothing but a set of instructions. We discussed Python time only. So set of instructions means what is program? So set of instructions means lines in our Python program, different lines we created. Each line we can call instruction. A 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B, and then print C. Okay, so here the 4 lines are given. So here what is doing here? A variable holds the 10 value. Okay, so 10 value holds by a variable. Okay, so this is one instruction. Python can understanding like this. 10 value I need to store inside the a variable. Okay, so now here 20 value holds the b variable, and next here, so C or else result of A and B, values result of A and B variables holds by C variable. The C variable having. Now here print method is used to display result on console. Okay, so like here the different instructions are there, madam. Instructions are there. So that is the program we are calling. What is program means? Program is nothing but set of instructions, coding lines. So according to instructions, we are going to get the execution and find the result we are getting. Okay, so that is the set of instructions. For example, addition.py, sum.py, demo.py, like this n number of programs we are writing. Each program is having a different requirement. To achieve that requirement, we are going to write these all coding lines. Okay, so now what is software? We are going to get what is software. So software is nothing but a set of programs, set of instructions is a program. So this is one instruction giving some information. So set of instructions calling the program. Now set of programs calling the software. Simply set of programs. Set of programs are called softwares. Okay, this is the point. The set of programs are called the softwares. So for example, calculator software you can take calculation software, calculator software. In that sum.py one program I'm writing, sum.py one program I'm writing, and inside that only what is the subtraction related. Okay, subtraction.py, and then next division.py, multiplication.py. Okay, like this all operations related I'm doing programs. Sum.py addition going to do, subtraction minus related, division related, and multiplication related, all separate programs I created. Okay, combination of these all programs I'm going to developing one calculator software to performing the mathematical operations. Okay na? So that is thing. Set of programs, program 1, program 2, program 3, like this. Set of programs are called software. Understand this one? So by using the softwares,
Yes.
we are going to reduce the burden on the users. Okay, using softwares, a lot of burden we are reducing on the users, the people who are going to use the softwares, and we are providing a lot of benefits to the users when they are using the softwares. For example, just you can take this calculator. So I want to be multiplication. I want to do multiplication. 2 into 3. Easily we can check 2 3's result is 6. Right? But same time I want to multiply this number with this number. Easily are you going to share result? No. Then
No.
separately you are taking your notes and pen. Olden days your notes and pen you are taking, okay, and then one by one calculate multiplication related you are going to performing. Then sometime taking, instead of doing like that, nowadays all people are using what? Calculators. Simply any number you can give. So you are just typing calculator on the calculator, these all numbers. So finally result you are getting within seconds. Okay na? So our typing is only taking later, result coming within seconds. Okay, so that is a calculator. Calculator is reducing the lot of burden on the users, the people who are using that calculator. Okay, so calculator is one software. For example, ATM software is there, banks related ATM software. Olden days, not only olden days, nowadays also. Okay, so if you want to withdraw money or deposit money, or if you want to check the balance inquiry, So some people are going to banks directly. Okay, in bank, a lot of people are there along with you. Then we need to stand in queue, one line. We need to stand. Okay, so queue order we need to go one by one, one by one. Then if you want to, for example, withdraw money, 10,000 you want to withdraw. You are going to fill up one form first of all. Withdraw form is there. There, how much amount you want to draw. So everything you are writing your account number, like all the things, a date, your sign. Am I right? All things you are filling, and then you are standing in line. When you are when your turn is come, okay. So then you are giving your filling form. That person checking all cross checkings, then going to give money. Okay. So your bank is available so far distance from your location. For example, you are staying in one area. Your bank is available in different area. For example, 20 kilometers is there distance. You and your bank. Okay, between you and your bank, 20 kilometers is there. You need to travel these all 20 kilometers, and you are going to do this all process. But nowadays, ATM centers came. ATM centers came. So beside of your home, only one ATM center is there. Just assumption. So no need of going to bank. Directly we are enter into ATM center. We are already bank people are giving some ATM cards. If you are having that card, you can put that card into ATM machine and you can draw the money. Okay. So by using that ATM card, it is automatically recognizing you. Your account number is what, like everything. So it is asking how much you want to draw the money, like that. You can draw it. So finally, it is reducing the burden on users or not? ATM center. Lot of burden reducing without going to bank centers and without filling the form, like all things. Okay. So that is ATM center related. ATMs related software. So we are developing as a programmer. Withdraw money purpose, deposit money purpose, balance inquiry money purpose, like that. Okay. So using these softwares, different things we can do it. Different things we can do it. For example, we can take right now GoTo Training. It is also one software. Okay. So what is the use of this one? You are sitting in your home. I'm sitting in my home, but we both together connecting and we are interacting. All right. Otherwise, previously all people must be come to join in one organization. You need to come every day into that in that place, organization place, and you are going to sit in one room. And myself also need to come there, and then we both together communicating subject related. Okay. So that is taking a lot of time. For example, from my place to my location, working location, 1 hour time is taking, and your place to your working location, 1 more hour time taking. Okay. So both all people are getting some struggling. We need to travel 1 hour journey. Up 1 hour class we are discussing. After that, again we are going to our local place. Again 1 more hour journey is there. 1 hour coming, 1 hour going, 1 hour listening. Totally 3 hours you are spending because of the direct classes. Okay. So to reducing these all burdens, so this GoTo Training is introduced. So using this one, easily we can communicating. So that is the software related benefits. I hope you are understanding. Okay. So
Yes.
using our Django framework, we are going to be developing these kind of softwares. Softwares we are going to be developing. Okay. So to developing the softwares, first of all, frameworks required. Frameworks required. Developing the softwares, first of all, frameworks required. So Django is a framework. I told you. Django is a framework. Okay. So using this Django framework, using first of all, Django is a framework. So what is framework? We need to have knowledge. The framework is a software only, which is used to create the dynamic websites, applications creating purpose. Framework we are using simply. Framework is a collection of classes and APIs. Framework is a collection of classes and APIs. In the OOPS concept, classes, you know. Okay. So ready-made classes are there in the framework. Ready-made classes, already developing classes are there. Some APIs are there. APIs means application programming interface. Application programming interface. All are predefined developing. Okay. So predefined classes are predefined APIs. every API or every class is having some meaning. According to that meaning, we can work with that one wherever we want. Okay. So frameworks are used to solve user problems. Frameworks are used to solve the user problems when we face at the user problems when they face in real time, and also frameworks are reduced. Frameworks are reduced lot of burden on the developers also when they are developing the softwares. Myself, I'm developing one software. At the time of developing software, a lot of burden reduced to me because of the frameworks. Okay, na? So frameworks are solved our problems when we face at the time of developing the web applications as a developer. Okay, na? So framework is mainly designed to develop the dynamic web applications as well as static web applications. Dynamic applications and static applications developing purpose framework are designed. Using the frameworks, we are going to get a lot of benefits, and the frameworks are solving user problems and also developer problems at the time of developing the softwares, at the time of using the softwares. Okay, na? Something are you understanding, madam, about the framework?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Simple terms only, that one. So we have different frameworks related to particular languages. So we have languages. We have languages and we have frameworks. So if you want to developing the applications, you must be you must be learning any one language and that language related frameworks. Python is a language. Python related. Django is a framework. So we need to learn this framework. Not only Django, Flask is also a framework. Flask is also a framework like anyone. Next, Java related. Java is a language. So Java side, Spring is there, Struts is there, Hibernate is there. Like a number of frameworks are there. .NET, if you are taking .NET. So .NET is a language. Here MVC framework is there. MVC framework is there, and then ASP.NET, ASP.NET framework is there. Okay, like they are learning. So choose one language as your career. I choose Python. So we need to learn our Python related framework. So right now Django is only getting more demanding. 90% of the projects are going on this Django framework only. That's why all students are giving high priority to learn this Django framework. Okay, na? So here best advantage is it is comes with by default some databases, and it is providing ORM layer structure. That is very beautiful advantage. Okay. At the time of discussing this one, I'll tell the difference between both. I'll tell the difference between both. Okay. Now, so you want to developing application means at least one language and that language related frameworks you need to discuss, learn. So right now already we choose our career as a Python developer. That's why we have to learn this Django framework. Clear this one? Okay. So to work with this Django, in our system, must be install. You must be install Python software. To work with Django, we need to install Python software. So if you want to work with Django, then first we need to install the Python software. Why means Django framework is purely developed based on the Python software only. Django framework is purely developed by using the Python software only. So that's why 100% Python software installation is required. Okay. So Django is a web framework to developing the applications purpose. And Django web framework is a Python language. Django web framework is a Python language related framework. So which is used to create the web applications. Django is purely developed by using the Python language. Remember that point. So Django framework is used to developing the many applications like web related, Amazon, Flipkart, these all kind of applications we can developing simply. Okay. So Django follows don't repeat yourself principles. For example, in Django we have in Python we have functions. In Python we have functions. So in the functions why we are using means write one time using n number of times. Writing one time using n number of times. Reusability code we are writing. So in the Django also we have architecture. Beautiful architecture is there. MVT architecture. Later we will discuss. So according to that architecture, if you are developing, we can reuse the code in a number of places. Same code we can number of files using the duplicate code by using the Django compared to other languages. And Django is a open source and portable framework. Open source means anybody can download, can install, no need to pay the money. Portable means using one system like a Windows system, you are developing your application that is executing on Linux, executing on Mac OS, executing on Android OS, like that. In any platform, they can execute. Those applications can execute if you are developing using the Django. Cross-platform simply. And Django application can interact with Java, can interact with .NET, like this. Any all other applications communicating our Django application. Okay, na? About the Django right now, some points only.
Yes,
Okay.
got it.
So one point can remember strongly. So using the Django framework, if you are going to developing the web applications means, so cost of the project we are saving 100%. Cost of the project we are saving, and time duration saving, nothing but duration of the project saving, and giving the best performance, giving the best performance related applications. Okay, how can you say cost saving, time saving, performance increasing? You can take one small example. In Python, I want to print a hello message. Then how do you print? By using the hello print method. So simply enough, if this line executing means a hello message I'm going to get as output. But same response using the Java. If you want to developing, how do you do? That is the point. In Java, so we are writing like this: a class. For example, sample. My class name is message. Class message. In the in Python, we are following the column operator for indentation related. So these people are following the curly brace. Java side people. Okay. Now here they are writing public static void main main is a method. Inside this string args arguments with a square bracket, and then again curly brace. So here they are going to be developing. Next here public what is not public, so system this is a predefined class, out is a predefined object, println is a predefined method, println. So here string format, so you are going to write hello, and ending column also required. Okay, so yes, now you can see here. So this is what using the Java, this is what using the Python. Okay na? So you want to display hello message in Python, just if you know about the print method enough. But in Java, if you want to print hello, you need to know about what is class first, what is message, what is public, what is static, what is main, string, args, okay, system, out, println, all are having different meanings, madam. Different meanings having. Okay, for example here multiple almost 10 names we can write here in this place. Instead of void we can write 10 different names. Instead of public we can write 4 different names. Instead of static we can write multiple different names here. If I'm writing public, what happening? If I'm writing another name, what happening? If I'm writing void, what happening? Like this all knowledge we have to know 100%. Then only perfectly you are going to write the development. This hello message you are going to develop in single hello message. If you want to print, then first of all you need to know about these all definitions, all the meanings. Okay, so it is taking some time and getting a lot of burden. These all things learning nothing but okay, and sometimes we may forget about these all things. Some things we forget, different output we are getting, and even though here column operator also not there, column not column, semicolon, this one semicolon also if not there, then we are going to get the error our program. Okay, so that is Java related. And if you are using the Python single print method, if you know, then able to print. So Django framework is developed purely Python. So in Python we are writing the less lines compared to pure Java. Okay, so Python related framework you are going to use Django. So in the Django also obviously we are going to write the less lines of code compared to Java. Okay, so for the single hello message purpose only in Java, these all lines we created. But in Python single line, real time web applications you are going to develop means hundreds of lines code we are writing, not hundreds, thousands of code lines we are writing. So using the Java, for example, 1,000 lines code you created to developing one application. Same requirement using the Django you can develop less than 500 lines enough. For the Java 1,000 lines you are taking means less than 500 lines can enough to developing with a Django framework. Same project. Okay, na? So here only you can consider one line directly executing program, then automatically performance is increasing or not? Obviously increasing. Here line by line, line by line, line by line, like this checking, cross checking, then only output you are going to get. So obviously performance is compared to Python decreasing, performance related. Okay, na? And when you are writing only one line, time is taking less. Within the less time you can write that single line. But if you want to write these all lines, some time taking compared to this one. Obviously time duration is increasing using the Java. Time duration is shaving using the Django. Okay, and the less lines of code you are writing, less lines of code you are writing, because of less lines code, readability is increasing, complexity is decreasing. But here readability is what is decreasing, complexity is increasing, reverse. Okay, and less lines code you are writing means within the less time we can develop. Less time we are developing means obviously cost of the project shaving, cost of the project shaving. In Java, cost of the project increasing compared to Django. That's why nowadays the Django framework is getting more demanding because of these all factors. Every company, organization, people are looking for three factors. They need to save money, they need to give best application, they need to save time. Saving time, saving cost, giving best performance of application. These all things are achieving by using the Django compared to other language related frameworks. That's why this Django framework is getting more demanding nowadays. Clear this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now history we will discuss. History of Django. History of Django we are going to discuss. So here onwards about the Django, you are getting why you are going to learn the Django, how developing the Django, who developing Django, where developing Django, like that. Okay, na? Hi, good morning,
Yes,
Vinci.
sir.
So you are joining right now. So here onwards you can understanding no problem. You can listen here onwards. You will understand. Just now I started only. So history about the Django I'm talking. Before that, just what is program, what is software, like this normal definitions only I discussed. Just for knowledge purpose. Okay. Yeah. So here in 2003, Django was started. I told Django is our framework. Here D is silent. Okay. So simply people are calling Django, not Django. Remember that one. So in 2003, Django was started as an internal project of one particular company. Okay. So software companies are there, guys. So internal projects also they are developing, means within the company purpose. Company purpose they are developing one application, one software. Okay. So for example, attendance management system is there. Every company their self their employees only can developing this attendance management related applications. Otherwise they need to pay some amount or they need to buy from others. Waste of the time. That's why within the organization who are available developers, those people are going to be developing that software. Okay, like this internal projects are there and client projects are there. Client projects means other people. For example, TCS company is developing so many government projects, government applications. Okay, so government is client and TCS is the developer area. Okay, in the TCS company we are developing the software. So TCS within the organization, TCS own purpose, they are going to develop some applications and they are developing some applications for others purpose, for money purpose simply. Okay, so like different types of applications are there. So in 2003, as an internal project, this Django was introduced. Django was started as an internal project. So here shortcut names I'm giving all the things. So when I'm sharing the documentation, you will get it all the things clearly, line by line. Okay. So in 2003, as an internal project, purpose, so Django was started. Django was started as an internal project. Django was started at in which company? In which company means, so Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. This is the company where this Django was started, means this is the company. Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. For this company purpose, they started one internal project. Developers. This company having some developers. Those developers started as an internal project this Django in 2003. Okay, na? So who developed? Who started? In 2003, some people started in this so-and-so company. Who started? So authors I'm telling. Okay, na? So authors of our Django framework is Adrian and Simon. Simon Wilson. Both are developers of this Django framework, guys. Adrian and Simon Wilson both are web developers of this Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. In this company, these two people are working like a web application developer. They join like a web application developer. So they are developing the multiple web applications for this company purpose. So when they are developing like this multiple web applications, they both are feeling something burden while developing multiple applications. In all the applications, we are writing same code again and again. For example, application 1, application 2 is there, guys. In both applications, registration is there, login is there, logout is there, who is login, profile is there. These all things common in application 1, in application 2. Am I right? But in application 1, different behavior is there. In application 2, different behavior is there. Only that behavior is changing. But login, registration, logout, profile, these all things common for all the applications. Am I right? So they are developing 10 applications. In all those 10 applications, each time they are developing a registration, login, logout, profile, like all the things. Okay, na? So that's why they are feeling like burden. Every time we are writing same code again and again like that. That's why they decided our coming new projects, no need to develop like that. We need to reuse existing code which we developed in already existing projects. Okay, so in existing project, what is the common code is there? They factor out those all common code. Factor out means finding where we created common code. Okay, registration is common code, login is common code, logout is common code, like that. They factor out all the common code where required this code in another project also. Okay, so they factor out all the things, they take in that code and they maintained in one separate file. These all common features related code, they are maintained in one separate file. Finally that file is becoming like a Django. That file is becoming like a Django. Why becoming like Django only, why not other, I will tell later. Okay na? So these two developers, when they are developing the multiple web applications, so they are deciding like a duplicate code we are writing every time. So because of this duplicate code, time is wasting, lot of time is wasting, performance is decreasing. In all programs, the same code we are writing lot of time, line by line executing all the lines code. So obviously performance is decreasing. Okay, so increasing the burden on developers to developing the multiple applications, like that they are deciding. That's why they factor out all the common features from existing applications. They taken those all common features into one separate file, and later onwards, when they are developing new applications, this common file they are using, by using the imports. In Python, modules concept is there. Their import statements, import keywords are there. Okay, import from import, like that. So using the import existing code, ready-made code we can get. Okay, predefined code we can get. That's why these developers are developing the one common code here is there. Okay, so here some common code, registration related, login related, like a number of things there. REG, login related, logout related, assumption, logout related. Okay, like multiple files code is there in this file. Okay, now I'm developing one application one, guys. Application one. This is my app one, assumption app one. In this app one, these all thing I want to use. These all registration, login, logout I want to use. So simply this entire file I can import here by using the import keyword. Okay, then here some extra lines code you are going to write based on this project. Understand this one? So for example, this is a Amazon site or something, Book My Show, whatever you want. So Book My Show presentation is different, Book My Show intention is different. Okay, and I'm developing one more application. This is a Google Pay, Phone Pay. Phone Pay application intention is different. Phone Pay application intention is different. Okay, but here login, all the things required, login, logout, profile, all the things required. Here also login, logout, profile, these all things required, but the main target is changing. Okay, so this existing file, common file, I'm taking into in all the applications when I'm developing new application. Okay, so only we are going to focus on this area. We are going to be focused on this area related to particular applications. Okay, na? So because of this process, when they are developing, these two people, Adrian and Simon, when they are developing these applications, compared to previous projects before developing this Django, so here only registration must be required and login must be required and then logout must be required. Here only developing, and then some own code, particular application related own code they are writing. Okay, so here one more application is there. So here also registration and login and logout all are there, and then separate code is there for this application related. This is Book My Show related, this is Amazon site related assumption. Both are different presentations, different requirement, different behaviors. Okay na? So now taking these all common features into one separate file. So these all common features into one separate file they taken, guys, here. Okay na? So without writing two times. Now this file they are using in application one, in application two. Obviously performance is increasing, time saving. Okay, so duplicate code reducing. Obviously time saving means cost of the project saving. Okay, performance increasing, like a number of benefits are there, guys, because of this common file code. Okay, so that's why they decided to develop in new applications by using this common file only. So after taking all common features from all existing projects taken into one file, they maintaining that file with one name. So that is Django. That is what? Django. Okay, using this Django file after they developing some applications, these applications giving best result compared to previous applications within the less time with less cost by with less cost giving the best result. That's why Adrian and Simon Wilson decided okay, using our Django file applications are getting more power, more advantages getting, so we can developing more features, more common features into this Django file, then anybody can use this file, they can develop like that. They're deciding, they both are deciding. Okay, after deciding like that they release it to public. This Django file, this Django is releasing to public as open source. As open source they release it. Open source means they are maintaining the web locations, anybody can download and install, they can work with that file, they will use that Django file, they can developing new applications using that Django. Okay, na? So initially they started Django is in the Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization purpose, but later they decided to release to public. Then all other company people also can use our file, our application, our Django framework like that. They decided. After deciding like that, they resigned. They released it to public, guys. They released it to public. So when they released it means in 2005. In 2005 July, in 2005 July, a month is not important, simply understanding. In 2005 they released it to public. Okay, na? So released to public as what, as open source. They release it to public as a open source. Open source means freely can download anybody. The people who want to use our Django can download easily without paying any amount. That is open source we are calling. Okay, I mean open source and free. Free means anybody can download and install and they can use that software. Open source means our Django related Django framework is having a lot of files. All the file related code also you can see. That is we are calling open source. For example, right now GoTo training app we are using. So just you are using that GoTo training app. Are you seeing the internal code what they used to developing this one? No, just we are using that one only. Okay, na? Django means Django is a open source, means you can download in one file you are getting, you can open that file, lot of sub files are there, you can open any other file, lot of code is there, you can see all the code how these persons are developing like that. So these things we are calling open source. Okay, na? Yeah. Now why they taken our framework name is Django only, why not other name, why not your name, why not my name, why they taken only Django means, so our developers, our authors Adrian and Simon Wilson both are loving the music. They both are music buffs. Okay, so diehard fan of one famous musician is there, music person. Okay, so Adrian and Simon Wilson both are loving the music. One famous guitarist person is there, guys. One famous guitarist person is there. His name is guitarist person. His name is Django Reinhardt. Django Reinhardt. This is one person name. So he is a guitarist person, famous person. For the dance, Michael Jackson is there, famous person. Same like for guitarist, Django Reinhardt is there. Okay. Our Adrian and Simon both, Simon Wilson and Adrian both are loving this person. Okay. They had fan of this Django Reinhardt. That's why they taken our framework name is Django only. Okay. For this person purpose, they taken our framework name is Django. Here D is silent, that's why we are calling Django only. Are you understanding this one? Why our framework name they taken Django only, why not other name? People are asking one word question. Then so our Django is developed by Adrian and Simon Wilson, both are authors. So these authors are loving the music, and these both persons are diehard fan of one famous guitarist person, Django Reinhardt. That's why they took our framework name as a Django only. Okay, madam.
Yes, sir.
Now, in 2005, they released it to public. I said, in 2005 they released it to public, and later using this one, a lot of people are slowly developing the applications, so getting some benefits and also getting some issues also. So to solve those all issues, these two developers decided to spend a lot of time on this framework, on this Django framework. That's why they already, these both developers are working for this company, so time management is not sufficient. Okay, these people are getting time problem. That's why they resigned. These both developers are resigned for this company, resigned this company, and they started their own organization. They started their own organization in 2008. In 2008, they started their own organization, which named as the DSF. Nothing but Django. Nothing but Django Software Foundation. Django Software Foundation. Like one company they started. Okay, na? So our Adrian and Simon Wilson, they resigned for Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization company, nothing but old company, and they started their own organization, which name as Django Software Foundation in 2008. Okay, na? This is a non-profitable organization. Django Software Foundation is a non-profitable organization. Non-profitable organization means they are not started this company for money purpose. They are having interest to help a lot of people when they are going to developing the applications in real time. Okay, that's why they both are decided to start their own company, and they keep spending lot of time and keep adding lot of features into our Django file, into our Django framework. So later those that framework we are using, and we are developing our own applications. We are getting lot of benefits. Okay, na? So that is the process. Django, I mean, open source foundation, non-profitable organization. Non-profitable organization means no money, income is coming to that company. Then without incoming, how this company is running, how it is surviving, means some basic properties, basic profits they are taking for surviving purpose. Okay, so here, for example, initially Adrian and Simon, two developers are there in this company. So nowadays, for example, 1,000 people are there. 1,000 people are there means all people are not getting the salaries. All people are not getting the salaries. In TCS company, one famous person is there. He is going to write coding very easily, any kind of code writing easily. Okay, so that person, the TCS person, developing one particular module in Python. Thousands of modules are there now. We're discussing. Okay, for example, MySQL database related one module, Oracle related one module, like that. So one particular person developing, one particular organization developing one module. Using this module, you are going to get these are the benefits, like this. That person deciding. Okay, so for particular purpose, these persons developing some particular modules. So these modules are giving to this organization, giving to this organization. Now our Adrian and Simon Wilsons are added this feature. They are checking, cross checking, really is this useful or not, like this checking, and then they will add into our Django framework. They will add into our Django framework. Okay, next one more company people, one more person, so developing one more code, one more module, so that is also adding into this one. Like this, multiple people, the people who are interested to developing the coding freely, they are registered with this company, and they are adding different features into this company. Okay, na? And also here in this Django software organization, some employees are working. These people are Adrian and Simon Wilson are hiring lot of employees for this company purpose. Why means to spend a lot of time on the Django software, Django framework, to add more features, a lot of features adding purpose. Okay, na? So they need to give salaries. They need to give salaries to those all employees. Then from where those people are getting the money means our Django framework using by TCS company, and they are developing a lot of applications. So using the Java, 10 lakhs, using the Java, 10 lakhs money they are spending for one project. TCS company spending 10 lakhs amount to developing one application. Okay, same application using Django if they are developing, using the Django if they are developing, then they are saving the within the 5 lakhs only they are developing the application within the 5 lakhs, means the remaining 5 lakhs money saving. Okay, so because of this Django, people are saving the lot of money and lot of time saving and giving best performance of application compared to Java. That's why the TCS person donating some amount, to this Django software foundation. So I'm giving 2 lakhs amount to your company, so you can spend this amount for developing more features to this for this Django framework. Like that they are giving donations. So these company people are using that amount to pay all people's salaries. Okay, and they are developing keep new modules, new variations they are developing. Okay, na? Like this, multiple MNC companies are donating amount to this software company, Django software. So based on that money, this company is running, surviving. Okay, na? Both of you?
Yes.
Are you following? Okay, so this is about the history, madam. Django history related. Simply in 2003, they started in Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization as an internal project. Who started? Adrian and Simon Wilson. Where started? In Lawrence Journal World Newspaper Organization. When started? In the year 2003. Why started? As an internal project purpose. As an internal project purpose. Simply. Okay. So who are the authors? Means Adrian and Simon Wilson. And why they taken our framework name is Django only, means based on one famous guitarist person Django Reinhardt, our authors taken our framework name as Django only. Okay, and when they released it to public in 2005, they released it to public as an open source freely. In 2008, they started the more organization which name as Django Software Foundation. Why they started means to reducing the duplicate code, reusability purpose they started this Django framework. When they are developing the multiple applications, a lot of duplicate coding they are writing for all the applications. So they factor out all common features taken into one separate file, that is finally becoming like a Django framework. Okay, na? So this is about the history. So finally, using this Django framework, we are saving the money, we are saving the time, we are reducing the burden on developers when they are going to developing new applications. I'm developing one book my show application using Django framework. If I'm developing, lot of burden reduced on developers, lot of money saving for the company, lot of time saving for the company to developing that application. Okay, so obviously using the Django, less lines of code we are writing compared to other languages related frameworks. So obviously readability is increasing, complexity is decreasing, like n number of benefits are there. That's why this Django framework is getting more demanding nowadays. Okay, na? Are you guys understanding this one?
Yes, sir.
History about the Django. Okay.
Yes.
Next, I'm going to tell about the features. Next session, I will introduce about the features. Django features. Django is having a lot of benefits. Feature 1, feature 2, feature 3 like this. We will discuss all the features. Then you will understanding why you are deciding to learn this Django framework to developing the web applications. Right now, some points you understand the advantages of Django. So a lot of features are there. I will introduce tomorrow those all features. Then full clarity you are going to get why this Django framework is getting more demanding nowadays in organizations. Okay, guys. So okay, now I'll stop
Yes.
this one recording, and I'll discuss. If you have any queries, can ask me. So regularly here I will share the documentation, text files I will share, and also class notes also I'll share PDF files. previously I given live classes notes also. Okay, so that notes also you are going to get, and regularly projects what we are doing here. Okay, initially theory we are discussing, later projects or developments we are going to do. So those projects also I will say to your mail regularly. So day to day you need to do practice, then easily you can understanding immediately after completing job. So based on your performance only you will crack the interviews. Just the course completing means no one is getting job immediately. If you are learning only, getting job. Okay na, that point remember. Some people are thinking like my course